Day 3 in Warner Robins, Georgia, the Southeast Regional. Getting closer to sending a team to Williamsport and the Little League World Series, which starts on August 19th, just 11 days away. Up next, a loser-go-home game between Centreville, Virginia, they're Little Leaguers from SYA Little League, and Irmo, South Carolina. You see Florida and Alabama, both teams 2-0. They are in the semifinals already. That game tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern. This is an elimination game. Also coming up later, facing elimination, Tennessee and Georgia. That one is scheduled to start around 4:30 this afternoon. Clay Matvick, Greg Olson here in Warner Robins. And again, we're going to be down to 4 teams in the Southeast region after today. These teams, have gone through a lot here. Yesterday, Centreville won 1-0 over North Carolina in extra innings to stay alive. Meanwhile, Irmo lost 8-1 to a very good Tallahassee, Florida team. So a lot on the line today as they have to turn around and come back for a big win today.
Yeah, no, and these guys know that summer is on the line. They might be heading back to school, but we've seen the best of both of these teams. Saw Virginia win 1-0 in extra innings yesterday, and then, as you said, Irmo won big against West Virginia early and then ran into a really good Florida team.
See that Centreville batting order. Landon Costello will lead it off. And the rest of the 12-man continuous batting order. And Jace Brown is going to get the start for Irmo, South Carolina. That's a late change. We had Tribble Cates originally in the lineup we were given, but they have made some adjustments on the field. Instead of Cates, who is going to be behind the plate to start this game, it's Jace Brown, who we saw pitch in last night's ball game.
Yeah, he wants to be a major league pitcher. Good mechanics. We saw him a little bit yesterday. They kept him under the 20-pitch mark, but strike thrower, and as I said, really solid mechanics.
And he lands strike one to Landon Costello. Costello, the starting center fielder for Centreville, Virginia. 0 for 1 against Tennessee, 1 for 2 yesterday against North Carolina. Puts this one in play to shortstop. Cohen Paul there, and throws across the diamond for the first out. 1 up, 1 down.
Good start by Jace Brown. Fastball away, good location, gets a ground ball to shortstop, and Cohen Paul gobbles it up like the vacuum that he is.
This is Grant Wise, number 18 for Centreville. He has had a good regional at the plate. 2 for 5, 1 for 2 against the game 1 opponent, and then 1 for 3 yesterday against North Carolina. In fact, he had Virginia's only hit in game 1. Son of Mark and Sarah, one of 3 boys. Pitch from Brown. This is outside. Ted Sunday is calling the balls and strikes in this elimination game. Jace Brown's dad, Jay, is the bench coach. He calls the pitches for Irmo, South Carolina. Former pitcher and team captain for the South Carolina Gamecocks, team that won a national championship back in 2010.
Back-to-back national championships for that South Carolina team. Under Ray Tanner.
Got him, called strike 3. And Jace Brown has his first strikeout. 2 down.
It's all about location, location. This fastball catches the outside corner. Well located fastball down and away. And that is just textbook.
2 outs, and this is John Franco Angulo, who was the hero for Virginia yesterday. Drove in the only run in that 1-0 win over North Carolina. Walk-off hit in the 7th.
A deep line drive to right field to plate the only run of the game.
And he's going to have a base hit here. John Franco Angulo's bat is hot. 2-out base hit, and that'll bring up Guarino.
We've seen Angulo on the mound, and now he is getting it done at the plate, gets the thing started with 2 outs.
Carter Guarino, 0 for 3 in the regional, but he has had a really good postseason in the state semifinals and in the championship game of the state, and a walk-off game-winning hit. And that's going to be foul. Centreville, Virginia. It's located outside of Washington, D.C., about a 20-minute car ride. And it's an excellent Little League run by the Southwestern Youth Association. That's why you see SYA on their jerseys. Got beat by Tennessee 10-2 on Thursday, a game that started on Thursday and then continued into Friday because of weather. Just missed downstairs. You can see the body language of Jace Brown. He thought that was strike 3.
Thought he made the pitch. Tribble Cates framed it up. They did not get the call.
Floats upstairs. Two-two, off the glove. Catcher has to chase. Cates goes after it. Angulo now in scoring position for Virginia.
See if Virginia can get some early offense going. It's been crucial in this southeast region. First team that scores.
Struck him out. A couple of Ks in the inning for Brown. Centreville strands a runner. And now South Carolina coming to the plate for the first time. Back here at Southeast Park in Warner Robins, Georgia. Virginia goes quietly after one hit in the first inning. Now South Carolina coming to the plate. Irmo Little League from Irmo, South Carolina, located just outside of Columbia, the state capital. State champs for the 3rd straight year and the defending Southeast regional champs. Elijah E.J. Davenport leads it off again, followed by Jackson Owens and Tribble Cates. They're going to be the first 3 bats we see in this lineup. Maverick Cox rounding it out. And they're going to face Nate Continetti. He'll be on the mound here for Virginia. Big number 99, right-hander going here today.
Yeah, an imposing presence on the mound, 5'7", gets the ball downhill, has been at first base for most of this tournament. Now gets the call. Fastball's good, mid-60s, upper 60s. Good off-speed pitches as well.
Popped up on the infield on the first pitch. Davenport launches a ball into center, and Costello can't come up with it. E.J. Davenport hit it a mile high. Tough play for Costello, and Davenport's at second base.
We've seen a lot of first pitch swinging. Fly ball, and you can see both of the infielders in the middle infield should probably be tracking back. That's a long run for Landon Costello.
So it's a double for Davenport, and it's his first hit of the regional. Rising 7th grader in scoring position for Jackson Owens now. Jax is the son of Nicole and Tim. Big kid, 5'8". He had 2 hits last night against Florida. So Irmo, South Carolina, they scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th and won 4-1 Thursday over West Virginia, despite only 2 hits. As this one is hit sharply to third, Angulo across the diamond for the out. Davenport gets to third, and there is one away for Triple Cates. We have yet to see Irmo, South Carolina really get its offense going. So the fact that they've already got a guy at third base here right away in the first inning is a good sign against this Centreville defense.
Yeah, their bats have been a little quiet for this returning team from last year that won this regional. Only, they got the 3-run inning against West Virginia last night. Was a great pitching performance by Del Prado. So you tip your cap there, but got to move on. Big opportunity right here.
Catcher Triple Cates, 0 for 4 in the regional. Tony and Whitney Cates, his parents, his sister Grace. We thought we might be seeing him on the mound. He was originally penciled in as the starting pitcher. But South Carolina has made some last-minute adjustments before this elimination game.
A lot of last-minute adjustments.
Yeah.
But when Triple Cates came out for the national anthem, he was wearing his shin pads, and I saw that he was supposed to be pitching.
Line drive into right field. Here comes Davenport. He'll score the first run. Overthrow, but it's cut off at third. And staying at first base is Cates with an RBI single as Irmo, South Carolina is on the board.
First hit of this regional, and that swing is just too good to stay cold too long. Nice left-handed swing. Laser out to right.
Yeah, and the 2 games combined for Irmo, they had 6 total hits. So they're hoping for a big offensive explosion here today against Virginia, as big Braxton Reichert stands in. As you might expect, this guy has some home run power. Cleanup man. 1 for 4 in the tournament. The oldest of 2 boys for Brad and Brittany. Line drive, base hit into left. 3rd hit of the inning against Continetti. Cates will stop at second.
Reichert as well had a single yesterday in that game. He's now 2 for 5.
Badger Luter at the plate, first baseman. Was in the ball game last night against Florida as a pitcher. He's unavailable to pitch today, as is Hammonds and Owens for South Carolina. Blocked up nicely by the catcher, Fettig. South Carolina, Greg, used 6 pitchers in that game yesterday. It was a tough game. It was a loss, obviously, but a tough game also in the fact that they got a little thin on the mound toward the end.
Yeah, they were trailing most of the game.
Comebacker, throw to first. They get the out. Cates advances, and so does Reichert.
But they were trailing most of the game, and they were really trying to work their pitching to keep everybody available today. So Jackson Owens got over that pitch limit, and he has an electric arm. So hoping to get to tomorrow and use him then.
So Luter, who was just out, will be the courtesy runner for the catcher, Triple Cates. He goes to third, and this is Cohen Paul at the plate now with 2 outs and 2 on. 1 run already in for South Carolina. Loser is done for the summer, and then they have to start thinking about school. Winner, keep their dreams alive for Williamsport.
1 more day. That's just depressing, you know? I might be going to school soon if we lose, so let's play hard, boys.
To third. Long throw for the third baseman, but Gianfranco Angulo right on the money. And Cohen Paul is retired. Irmo is done here in the first inning, but they get 1. And we head to the second. South Carolina 1, Virginia nothing. Well, Centreville, Virginia coming back to the plate. Down a run now as we move to the second inning. Centreville suffered its first loss of the All-Star run yesterday, 10-2 to Nolensville, Tennessee. A game that was interrupted by rain Thursday night and then resumed at 9 a.m. yesterday. So yesterday was a long day for Virginia. They had to essentially play 2 games. Ended up beating North Carolina 1-0 yesterday in 7 innings to stay alive. And now trailing South Carolina as Henry Diggs stands in, the shortstop. He's 1 for 2 in the regional.
He's been solid at shortstop. Fast and smooth, silky smooth with the glove.
One ball, one strike as Jace Brown begins his second inning of work for Irmo, South Carolina. That misses downstairs. Centreville, the Virginia State champs, had been 11-0 in the All-Star run before that loss to Tennessee, including having to win 6 games in 5 days at the Virginia State tournament. They felt really tested coming into this region.
Yeah, I mean, they got it done. They really have relied on their pitching staff. They got some lockdown arms.
E.J. Davenport. Yeah, we have seen some really good third base play all day today.
Yeah, we really have. I mean, Davenport way up on the grass, gets this thing on one hop. But back to Virginia's pitching. They came into this tournament with a .87 ERA going through the state tournament. Really felt like they could rely on their arms.
And that's going to be a chopper to first out the bat of Caleb Gillette. I think he's a little disappointed in that plate appearance. Kind of ran in on him, handcuffed him, and Badger Luter steps on the bag for their second out. Jace Brown will take that out.
Oh, absolutely. Run a fastball in on the hands, jammed him up. Quick out at first base.
Southeast Park here in Warner Robins, Georgia. Matinee game here. Centreville and Irmo. As Henry Stegner, the left fielder, is up now for SYA. Saw Brown on the mound yesterday, and you know, judging him yesterday because he came in late, game was kind of already out of whack. I don't think he had his best stuff. He gets the start in this one, and he has looked sharp out of the game.
Yeah, I can't tell you how much better it feels to come back the next day. You're a little bit sharper. You gotten used to the mound. He was off a little bit yesterday, had a quick outing, but today he is looking sharp. He is painting the outside part of the plate, a little bit of a crossfire with his body, working from the third base side of the rubber, and really doing a nice job of getting the fastball away to the right-handed hitters.
Ground ball to second. Braden Jensen, the throw across, and retires Stegner. 3 up, 3 down. Jace Brown in South Carolina coming back to the plate. Irmo, South Carolina, leading 1-0, coming back to the plate here in the second inning. Irmo was the champions of this regional last year. Of course, different kids, but third straight year that Irmo Little League is here, representing the great state, the Palmetto State, South Carolina. Last year's team went 4-1 here in Warner Robins and became the first team in South Carolina history to win multiple games in Williamsport. We were talking with manager Bobby Jensen earlier this week, Greg, about last year's team and his team this year, and he says, that was great what they did, but we're going to make our own history this year. And he told the guys, we're not changing a thing. We've been playing good baseball. Let's come in here, just stay to the script.
Yeah, no, I mean, that team that they had last year, just an amazing comeback in the final game against Lake Mary, Florida. Score 5 runs.
This is hit well by Braden Jensen, Bobby's son. And it was caught out there by Henry Stegner for the first out. Jensen gave it a ride, hit it solidly.
Yeah, he did. We've seen some really good outfield play so far. Virginia calls their outfield the no-fly zone.
There's Bobby, former college baseball player. He's been volunteering in Little League for about 15 years, including a couple of years as league president there in Irmo. Liam Snellgrove at the plate now. Boy, this guy had a great throw from left field. Even though it was a loss to Tallahassee, Florida, he gunned a guy out at home plate last night. It
was a long throw, too. He was deep in left field.
Liner to third, Angulo right there. And another great play at the hot corner. 2 down.
Angulo ranging to his left, does not have much time. They call this the hot corner for a reason. You better be ready. I mean, I think just the defense that we've had this regional has been spectacular.
It's the best I can remember in a while. And that's a testament to the coaching.
Yeah.
Because the coaches are volunteers too, and sometimes it's hard to get good coaches.
I agree with that. I think defense is something that you really have to work at to be good at. It's not something where you just look at it and pick up a glove and you're a natural shortstop or a natural third baseman. It comes with a lot of work and a lot of effort.
And because you only have 12-man rosters, you have to play multiple positions and be proficient at all of them. Swung on and missed. Jace Brown goes down on strikes. Fettig throws down an 8-pitch inning for Nate Continetti. 1-0 Irmo leading as we head to the third. Follow the amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app and watch highlights, photos, schedules, and more. Available in the app stores for Apple and Android devices. He's Greg Olson. I'm Clay Matvick, back here in Warner Robins, Georgia, as we're On to the third inning now. South Carolina protecting a 1-0 lead. Connor Fettig, Colin Wright, and Nate Continetti are going to hit here for Centreville, Virginia. Been held to 1 hit so far by Brown. Brown coming off a 1-2-3 second and quickly works ahead of Fettig. Fettig is 0 for 4 in the regional, 4'9", but boy, this is a big player for SYA Little League out of Centreville, Virginia.
Yeah, I'd like to put a mile tracker on how many steps he takes during a game at catcher, because he is catching everything, popping up, walking it halfway out to the mound, making the throw, walking back. And he swung so hard there, sunglasses came loose.
Connor Fettig, son of Zach and Nicole, looks at that breaking ball outside, 1-2. Has a sister, Ella. Brown's 1-2 pitch upstairs, 2-2. Brown up over 30 pitches now, but you know, he had such a quick second inning, only 8 pitches. I think he's about right where he wants to be. It's outside. First full count for Jace Brown. The 3-2 pitch missed big time. Way outside. You see Brown kind of disappointed with himself as that one gets away. So Fettig is aboard. First free pass allowed by Brown.
Got ahead early and then just could not put Fettig away. Missed with a couple of fastballs there. And that seems to be his miss spot, is missing balls into the left-handed batter's box, which means front hips coming open to just a shade.
Bunting here is Colin Wright. Good job. He's going to get the job done, moving Fettig into scoring position, so he represents the tying run. Colin Wright, who was beautiful on the mound yesterday for Centreville, 6-inning shutout, sacrificing his at bat for the betterment of the team.
How about Badger Luter getting down there to make that play from first base? Well coached, another great defensive positioning on that bunt defense.
And now Continetti pops it into foul ground. Luter trying to get there, can't. South Carolina trying to steal it out there, can't get it. So Nate Continetti at the plate trying to help himself. Starting pitcher 0 for 3 in the regional. This is a home run threat at the bottom of the order. He bats 10th in this lineup. In on the hands, foul ball, 2 strikes.
Big power threat. Posing figure in the box. Wears 99 for Aaron Judge.
No shock that he's a basketball player, too. 2-strike pitch. That's foul.
That was pretty close. Everybody just kind of stopped.
One of these teams is going to be done for the year. West Virginia has been eliminated. North Carolina has been eliminated. We're going to send 2 more teams home here this afternoon. Loser of this game is done. And then our next game between Tennessee and Georgia will also be an elimination game. Oh, this is a battle here. Continetti spoiling some pitches.
Right on top of home plate. He's really taken that outside part of the plate away.
Brown sets, throws inside. Connor Fettig started the inning with a leadoff walk. He's at second base. Colin Wright sacrificed him over. Full count. You know, for Centreville, who has lacked offense, they really need a big hit here. I think it would probably change the whole feel of this offense.
Yeah, they have struggled getting some runs. Took them 7 innings to get one yesterday.
Well, they'll take that. Continetti draws the walk. Second walk of the inning, an 8-pitch at bat. 2 on with 1 out. And Nolan Seelock will have a chance to get it going here for this offense.
A really great at bat by Continetti. Spoiled some good pitches, fought off some pitches inside.
Time is called. And we're going to get a visit on the mound. And Jay Brown is the pitching coach. He's coming out to talk to his son. We talked about Jay being a member of that 2010 national championship team at South Carolina. He had some big wins that year, too, over Vanderbilt and Florida. He talk about having good coaches. Well, what a luxury it is to have someone with that kind of experience.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, to go through what you have to get through college and even further than that, and understanding the mechanics and how the whole sequence of pitching works, and to be able to pass that on to these little league kids. And I'm sure he went out there with the thought of, hey, everything's getting a little bit elevated. We need to work down the hill.
Nolan Seelock, his first plate appearance, shows bunt. Ball 2. Coaches call Seelock Captain Clutch and the heartbeat of the team. Well, this is the time to deliver.
Absolutely.
Strike on the inside corner. His dad down in the first base coach's box. Gary's down there. He played in the same SYA Little League 35 years ago. Another strike that just nips the corner as Brown battles back, even out the count at 2-2. You see Dad getting in Nolan's ear.
Yeah. Just that little look of, hey, shoot this ball to right field, look away.
Full count. So Brown, who has already walked 2 in the inning, another 3-ball count.
SYA putting together some good at-bats here. Finding a way to get to the 3-2 count, spoil some pitches.
Time is called. And South Carolina is going to get its bullpen going. There's Reichert down. Brown just needs a ground ball and then he's out of this jam. Infield at double play depth. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Nolan Seelock. Popped up, right field, and that is caught for the second out. Good at bat for Seelock. Unfortunately for him, nothing to show for it.
Nice job by Jace Brown. Got behind, found a way to get back into it, getting that fastball down in the zone. It's always a little bit disturbing when you're on the mound and you're watching the bullpen scramble to get out there just in case.
And we're going to get a courtesy runner for Continetti, the pitcher. And it'll be Seelock, who just flew out. Here's Zach Costello, the manager. His son is on deck. They would like to turn the order over to him. 12th man in the order is Reese Beal, who pushes it foul on the bunt. Beal 0 for 3 in the regional. And while he has not had any hits so far in the tournament, he has played a really good second base.
He's been locked down at second base. Been so good. Wears number 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
He's got some happy feet in that batter's box, though. Boy, these feet are moving all over the place. I can't imagine how hard it is to hit. A little bit like Hal Morris. You remember that?
Yes.
Cincinnati. Feet moving all over the place.
The 1-2 to Beal, inside, 2-2. 27 pitches the first 2 innings for Jace Brown. This is going to be the 27th pitch this inning. He has labored here in the third. 2-2. Line foul. Beal timed that one up pretty close.
Yeah, we've seen him do that. He wants to try to shoot the ball to left field, stays inside of it.
Fettig led off the inning with a walk. He's at second base. Continetti walked as well. Sealock running for him at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And another one sprayed foul by Beal. You know, as a hitting coach, you love this at this level because you're working that pitch count higher for your opponent.
Yeah, and I mean, they're doing a nice job of spoiling some pitches, making Jace Brown work, getting deep into counts.
Wow. Beal just battling and continues to spoil pitches for Brown.
And as a pitcher, man, it is so frustrating when you're making good pitch after good pitch and they're just continued to getting fouled off.
This will be pitch number 30 of the inning. Browns 2-2 again. Downstairs, another full count. And the top of the order, Landon Costello, the manager's son, on deck. Full count to Beal. Struck him out. Brown gets out of the inning unscathed. Midway through the third, South Carolina holds on to that 1-0 lead.
Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone!
Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
It's coming up quick. 11 days from now, the Little League World Series starts in Williamsport. We're going to be there for it. Chinese Taipei won it all last year. That ended a run of 6 straight champions from the United States. The last U.S. team to win it all, Lake Mary, Florida in 2024. Of course, Lake Mary came out of this Southeast region. First champ from the Southeast since Warner Robins did it in 2007. Columbus, Georgia won it all in 2006. So back-to-back champions about 20 years ago coming out of the Southeast. And the defending champs from this regional, Irmo Little League out of South Carolina, leading 1-0 as they hit here in the third. It's B.J. Hammonds, the leadoff man. Batting in the 10th spot in the order. And a walk at an RBI Thursday, was also the winning pitcher. Came into the game in the second inning, settled it down. And he hammers this one to right center. Off the wall, nearly gets out of here. They quickly get it back in. It's going to hold Hammonds to a single. What a blast. Nearly the third home run of this regional tournament.
First hit of the regional.
Hammonds thought it was gone.
Yes, he did.
He's
little
pointing.
Little premature point, and then all of a sudden when it's time to hit the accelerator, it is too late.
Oh, BJ, we love you. That was great. Full name is Bernard Hammonds II. We call him BJ for short. Now this is Colt Vady. That was in the dirt. Nice backhand by Connor Fettig. You know, Greg, we have not seen a lot of long balls in this regional. Only 2 over the fence in the entire tournament so far.
Yeah, it's been a little bit unusual. We got enough power hitters here, so I'm going to attribute it to pitching.
They're going to get 1. Will they get 2? You betcha. How about Centreville, Virginia? We've talked a lot about their no-fly zone outfield, but that's a double play on the infield. 2 away here for Irmo in the third.
And honestly, I think that might be our first traditional double play that we've had. 6-4-3, great turn. Diggs to Beal, and then Beal on to Gillette. Now how big is that non-double that we just had from B.J. Hammond? Instead, he could be standing at third base with the throw to first on a routine 6-3. Instead, he gets doubled up.
Two outs, and this is Maverick Cox. And he'll pop it up into short center. Coming in is Landon Costello. And that's an 8-pitch inning for Nate Continetti in back-to-back innings. Boy, Continetti has really settled in. We go to the fourth. Hammonds nearly ran it out of here. Gives South Carolina another run, but they go quietly. And now Virginia is back at the plate. Jace Brown goes back to the mound here after a 31-pitch third inning. So barely catches his breath. As Nate Continetti has really settled in, the pitcher for Virginia, back-to-back 8-pitch innings. And this is a good ball game as we go to the fourth. 1-0 South Carolina. Winner gets the winner of Tennessee and Georgia. That's our next elimination game coming up later this afternoon. And the loser is done.
Couple of walks last inning for Jace Brown. Let's see if when he got back into the dugout, Dad gave him a little bit of advice on settling in, get those mechanics squared back up.
He's facing the top of the order to start the fourth inning. Costello, Wise, and Angulo. Costello grounded out to short. He's 0 for 1. His dad, the third base coach, Zach Costello, he played Division I baseball at Radford. Another guy with a lot of good coaching experience. Been a Little League volunteer for more than 6 years. And that's a strike at the knees, full count. Brown has had a lot of 3-ball counts here the last couple of innings.
Yeah, he has. And right now his misses have been up.
Ground ball again to short. And again, Cohen Paul throws out Landon Costello, 1 away.
When he gets that ball down, it's a very effective fastball. He's able to climb back from a 3-1 deficit in that count. Get a nice ground ball to shortstop.
Games are 6 innings in Little League. We're already in the fourth. Kind of expected this one to be nip and tuck. And it has been. Popped up on the infield behind the mound. The shortstop, Cohen Paul, calling everybody off. And they're 2 down. This is more what Jace Brown would prefer.
Nice soft contact and ground balls to shortstop and pop-ups in the infield.
7-pitch innings so far, especially against this part of the order. Costello and Wise 1 and 2. And now facing another dangerous hitter in Angulo. Was the hero yesterday in that win over North Carolina. Drove in the only run of the game. Walk-off hit to right in the 7th inning. Sent Lake Norman Little League back home, Huntersville, North Carolina.
Well, and you said it, 6-inning games, man. This, you know, in games like this, 1-0, 0-0, top of the lineup only gets to come up twice.
Jace Brown will take that. A 1-2-3-4. I think his dad did get to him. Great.
Oh, that was serious. You get in there, you get settled in, and you've been working with your dad forever, and your dad's got all the dials to push, have a conversation, get settled in, and Jace Brown breaks out the wipeout breaking ball that inning.
Bottom of the fourth we go. South Carolina coming back to the plate. 1 run on 4 hits. Virginia, no runs, 1 hit so far against Jace Brown. It'll be E.J. Davenport, the leadoff man in this order, followed by Jackson Owens and Tribble Cates. 1, 2, 3 here for Irmo, South Carolina. Trying to keep their season alive, as is Virginia. E.J. Davenport led off the game with a double and came around to score on the RBI single by Tribble Cates. That's the difference in this game. Tennessee and Georgia coming up. The winner of that one will play the winner of this one. Out of play. Ball and 2 strikes. Manager Bobby Jensen, who's down at third base, he told you and I that Davenport brings a ton of energy to the ballpark every day. And you never saw him so excited as when Davenport hit his first home run this season. Lined into left. I mean, there was a lot of energy coming off of his bat on that swing. 2 hits now for Davenport.
Yeah, 2-hit game, high fastball. He gets the hands up on top of it and drills it to left field. Coach Jensen said just an elite athlete, talking about E.J. Davenport.
Davenport now 2 for 5 in the regional. He's also had some nice plays at third and shortstop over the last few days. This is going to scoot away from Connor Fettig. There goes Davenport to second. So he's in scoring position again. Boy, what energy he has brought to the top of this South Carolina order.
Well, I mean, that double in the first inning is just a kind of a routine fly ball to shallow center field, but he is hustling so hard out of the box that ball drops out in center field out of the glove, and he is standing on second base. There's no play.
Can't coach speed.
Can't coach speed.
Continetti 2 strikes ahead of Jackson Owens here. Grounded to third in the first. Another one in the dirt. And there goes Davenport to third. So a wild pitch on Continetti, who had a couple of 8-pitch innings in the second and third, but has struggled here so far in the fourth.
That's what you get with that big overhand curveball. You're going to get some funny spin when it hits the dirt. It's tough on catchers.
There he snapped it in for strike 3. Boy, that's confidence.
Tough on hitters.
It is tough on hitters. But that also shows how much confidence he has in.
Yeah, I mean, runner on third base, I got to trust my catcher, Connor Fettig. And right there, he makes an adjustment. Pitch before that was down in the dirt. Makes the adjustment, throws it off the elbow of Owens.
Launched out to center. Landon Costello will make the catch coming in. The throw to home plate, not in time to get the speedy E.J. Davenport. Sack fly for Cates. He has both runs batted in today. And it's 2-0 South Carolina.
Cates gets something elevated, hits it out in the outfield grass. And with the speed of Davenport, man, doesn't matter how far into the outfield grass it is, it's going to be tough to throw him out at home plate.
They talk about Cates and his quality at bats, and we have seen 2 good ones today for the starting catcher. As Braxton Reichert stands in, he has a hit to his credit, 2 for 5 in the regional. Last time up, Reichert just hit a laser to left field. (3-0). That's a big run for Irmo.
Yeah.
As we said, you know, it's late in the game now. And they've doubled their lead to 2. Time call. Nate Continetti wants to be an aerospace engineer, trying to engineer a third out here in the fourth. as Virginia still has plenty of time to get back into this ball game. 6 outs to work with. And they've got their cleanup hitter due up in the 5th.
Great job by Cottonetti. Step off the mound, kind of regroup out of that 3-1 count, 3-0 count.
And he hits it to the vacuum cleaner, Beal, for the 3rd out. Leadoff single by E.J. Davenport. He comes around to score. And we're through 4. 2-0 South Carolina. It's been a good game for E.J. Davenport, the 3rd baseman. Irmo, South Carolina started the game with a double, and then he was brought home by Tribble Cates in the 1st. It was 1-0 going into the 4th. A leadoff single again by Davenport, and then an RBI sac fly by Cates. So Davenport and Cates have been the offense. And Jace Brown has been good enough on the mound. He had that big inning where he threw 31 pitches in the 3rd, so his pitch count a little bit elevated. With that said, he's working on a shutout right now.
Yeah, no, had a couple of walks, sack bunt, but was able to get out of the jam with a big strikeout of Reese Beal.
Just misses off the plate here to Guarino. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Centreville, Virginia. Carter Guarino is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So again, 85 pitches, Greg, is the maximum a little leaguer can throw at this level.
Yeah, and Jace Brown just went over the 3-day rest threshold, which is 51 to 65. You can see Badger Luter do that quite a bit. He comes out to give a little bit of a motivation, get back over to first base.
And it's a 4-pitch walk to Guarino. So the tying run will come to the plate for Centreville. This has really been the best offense for Centreville today, being patient against Brown.
Yeah, they've been able to get a couple of walks, put some guys on base. Just feel like if they can get something offensively, some spark.
Henry Diggs, he's 0 for 1. Good looking shortstop. 1 for 3 in the regional so far. Big cut, 0-2.
I mean, Jace Brown just is out there just looking like he has no care in the world. He's flipping the ball to his pitching hand. And it's like, yeah, you know what? I just got the tying run at the plate. Just absolutely calm, cool, collected. This is exactly what you need to be when you're on the mound. You can't let anything affect you.
There's a chance here if they can get to the line. They do. Colt Beatty. Few players over there going for that one. It's Beatty who tracks it down in foul territory for the first out.
That's why it's the no-fly zone. Long run by Vady to get to the ball that's in foul territory. And Chase Brown just keeps finding a way to navigate himself, even if he's got some traffic on the bases.
Caleb Gillette hacks on it. It's foul. He's 0 for 5 in the regional, 0 for 1 today. He also threw 49 pitches yesterday when game 1 resumed. So we won't be seeing him on the mound. Comebacker to Brown. He's going to go to second for 1. Kind of late getting it out of the glove was Paul. And throws it into the dirt. Not far enough for Gillette to advance. But there are 2 away.
Well, text ground ball right back to Chase Brown. He knows where he's going with it. Turns, trying to get a double play, gets it to his shortstop, Cohen Paul, and Cohen just kind of got his feet a little mixed up. Ends up throwing off the wrong foot and doesn't put enough air under it.
To the backstop. And Gillette will be safe at second. For Henry Stegner, who's 0 for 1 at the plate today. Stegner, the left fielder, was 1 for 3 coming into the day with an RBI in the regional. And grounded out to second, his only time up in this one. Cates needed a little time to adjust his equipment.
I don't know if he's got some technology, had something drop out, and he was looking for it behind home plate.
You can see the pitch count for Brown. He would love to finish this inning. Swing and a miss, 1-1. You know, he would love to come out and start the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
That's wide, 2-1. To Stegner. Parents Colleen and Eric, brother Thomas, who's 14. Wants to thank his grandparents, Jim and Sandy and Donald. They come to many games throughout the year. That's in the dirt. 3-1, and on to third base goes Gillette. Centreville trying to get on the board late in this ball game. Been playing catch up since the first inning. And that's in the dirt as well. Gets to the backstop on ball 4. Stegner takes his base. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. And Connor Fettig has a chance. They have got the runner in a rundown. Now they're going to come home. The tag. Got it. Centreville runs itself out of the inning. Great defense by Irmo, South Carolina, to protect the shutout. There may be an appeal. There may be a challenge. We'll see.
Chase Brown does it right, runs at the runner, gives it up to the middle infielder. I don't know if he got the tag on him.
Oh, yeah.
Great call.
Right on the helmet.
But
what do you think about that strategy, Greg?
He had a chance to score on the wild pitch that walked him, and he didn't. He thought it hadn't gotten away far enough, and so then kind of little league thought is just have the runner that walks just keep running to second base, getting a run down, and just a great job overall by Irmo. Chase Brown, coach's kid, knows exactly what to do, runs at the runner, makes him commit to a bag, dumps it off quickly to the second baseman who's got his eyes peeking towards the runner at third, and then he makes the throw across the diamond in time to get the out.
So Virginia is challenging the play at the plate. The original call was out. And it looks like it's going to hold up. I mean, this is the tough angle. It's really hard to see if it hits him on the helmet. But that angle from behind, it was no doubt he got him on the head.
Yeah, this is the angle right here you're talking about, Clay. And with that married to the other review we just looked at, that tag happens before that foot gets to the bag.
Another thing that if this is held up, and we think it will be, Jace Brown is under 85 pitches. He'll be able to start the 6th.
Yeah, and there's one school of thought going, all right, you know what, you've pitched a great game, nice job, get it to one of my relievers and give him a fresh inning with no traffic on the bases. Or you throw the guy out there, Jace Brown, that's been throwing so well, and give him a chance to get 1 or 2 outs. He probably doesn't have enough in the pitch count to finish the inning.
Ted Sunday, our home plate umpire. Brian Henry at third, Brian Wild at second. Taish Diaz Cruz is at first base. Great job by the umpiring crew again in this one.
All the umpires are volunteers and just done an amazing job so far in this Southeast Regional.
Now this will be a blow to Virginia if this is held up. And it is. Out at the plate. Gillette, the third out of the inning. It stays 2-0 South Carolina. Hey, if you want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League Baseball or softball, visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Clay Matvick, Greg Olson back here in Warner Robins as we're halfway through the 5th. 2-0 South Carolina as they'll try to tack on some insurance against Nate Continetti. You know, we've seen at least 6 plays at the plate this week. Every single one has been called out at home plate. We've had some bang plays at the dish, and there's another one. That ends the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, talked about how well done that defense was of Irmo. Looks like Continetti got hit on the nose. Got some blood on the jersey. Little stopper, nose plug.
Beal off the glove. That's the first ball that he hasn't been able to turn into an out here this week. He has been so good at second base. Now, in his defense, that was hit hard.
That was hit very hard. Ball came up a little bit right here. He's trying to play it off to the side, see it into the glove, and just clips off the end of the glove.
So Badger Luter is on to start the South Carolina 5th. And now this is Cohen Paul, the shortstop. .11-year-old Cohen Paul looking for his first hit of the regional. Parents John and Brittany. Mom is a cancer survivor. He's very proud of that, proud of her. One of 3 kids in that family. Strike at the letters 1 and 2 to Paul. Continetti just at 50 pitches now. Did he hold up? He did not go. Diaz Cruz, first base umpire. Boy, if Irmo could tack on another run or two, that would be huge going into the 6th. Foul bad. They're going to charge Beal with an error at second base, so Luter on to start the inning on the mistake in the field.
Yeah, that's a play that I think he would tell you he should have made.
That is the first error for either team today. It has been a well-played defensive game. And you and I have talked about it at length here the last few days. The defense has been as good as we have seen it in a regional in years.
It really has. It's been special. It's been so much fun to watch as a former pitcher, to sit here and watch these 11 and 12-year-olds go out there and just give it everything they got.
Line drive into left center field for Cohen Paul. That's going to run all the way to the base of the fence. Paul is tracking to third. He'll get there as Luter scores to make it 3-0. RBI triple for Cohen Paul. And that is the big insurance run that Irmo, South Carolina was looking for.
Just a really nice swing. Gets that left foot down early. Stays back on that big overhand breaking ball and drives it into the gap. His first hit of the regional is a triple.
I think out of the box he was thinking 3.
Yeah. Yeah, that ball got to the fence in a heartbeat.
And that is going to stay fair. Play at the plate, not in time. Paul scores. Braden Jensen with a perfectly placed bunt, and it's 4-0.
Suicide squeeze. Great bunt down the first base line. And just nothing Gillette can do. Tries to get the runner out at home plate, but just perfectly executed. Continetti right now is looking into the dugout, his nose bleeding.
Yeah, the body language has changed here for Nate Continetti without a doubt. And now Snellgrove was due up next. He's going to have to wait and see if he's going to face Continetti or not. You can see that Zach Costello, the manager's out there, and they're having a dialogue back and forth. And it might be that that nose plug that he put in is just a little bit too saturated, and he needs a replacement.
I can't even imagine. I'd never had this situation where I was out on the mound with a nosebleed, but surely not very comfortable. I think his nose probably got hit on that slide at home plate, got the helmet to the nose, saw the blood on the jersey.
That's what it is. Continetti's just trying to get comfortable on the mound, trying to stop the bleeding. And it's not like we have time to let him go to the dugout, get an ice pack, and throw his head back. he's got to get back out on the mound and work here.
Yeah, and it is very hot outside, so I would not think that nosebleed's going to stop anytime soon, especially with the work that he's putting in on the mound.
So an error, an RBI triple, and an RBI squeeze. This Irmo offense adding another run, adding another 2 runs here in the 5th inning to make it 4-0. And Centreville is down to its last 3 offensive outs, and they're at the bottom of their order. 8, 9, and 10 due up in the 6th. Winner of this 8-team regional advances to the Little League World Series in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, starting August 19th. We're working our way to Tuesday's regional championship game, 3 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN. We know that Florida and Alabama are in the driver's seat. Both of those teams are 2-0. This one going on now between South Carolina and Virginia. The winner will play the winner of our next game between Tennessee and Georgia. It's modified double elimination leading up to that winner-take-all title game to go to Williamsport. We talked about Lake Mary, Florida back a couple of years ago, came out of this Southeast region and won it all. Becoming the first champion from the Southeast since Warner Robins back in 2007. Always good baseball in this region. Always excited when we get this assignment.
It's always solid baseball, great teams coming in, well coached, great athletes.
The last 5 champions in this region. Irmo, South Carolina last year. What a great finish in that one.
Oh man, that was unbelievable.
And
Irmo down to their last out.
They trailed 4-0 going into the 6th.
Yeah.
And beat Lake Mary 5-4.
A walk-off, bases loaded triple. Just got to look over at the coaches. I think they were trying to find a way to change his jersey.
And now they're having a conference with.
That's a badge of honor for me.
Yeah.
You got the blood on the jersey, out there pitching. Got a bigger nose plug now.
Well, we wish the best here for Nate Continetti, trying to stop the bleeding. Literally and figuratively here, I guess. I mean, he's given up a couple more runs here in the inning. Still nobody out in the 5th as Liam Snellgrove comes up. I think they're going to give Continetti a couple of warm-up tosses.
I think the Irmo third base coach was like, hey, you guys going to give him a couple pitches to warm back up?
All right, here we go. Ted Sunday says play ball.
I mean, Clay, there's not many experiences I have not had on the mound through Little League, high school, college, and major leagues. Nate Continetti is going through one right now that I can say that I have never gone through.
You're not a bleeder. That's what you're saying. Braden Jensen at first. 1-0 pitch, sails high, 2-0. I mean, there are some pitchers that Virginia doesn't have at their disposal in this game. Angulo, Gillette, Wright, and Wise. They really need Continetti to get through this inning and keep it 4-0.
Yeah, they do. And you think back that error to start this inning off, and then the triple squeeze bunt.
Two and two to Liam Snellgrove. His full name is William, but everybody calls him Liam. One of his baseball superstitions is licking his bat. I hope he's had his shots. Down the line, foul. Boy, that was well struck.
That's the first one for me, too.
Bat licking?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at his bat, though.
It does look like one of those.
Popsicle or sherbet, maybe.
It's sherbet.
Shut up. God, you're killing me.
There's no other R in that.
2-2 pitch. This is going to be a tough play. Beal going back on the outfield grass, makes the catch for the first out. It's not sherbet?
No, there's not another R.
Sherbet.
Sherbet.
Okay. It shows you how often I eat it.
Nice job by Beal getting back with that ball. It's shallow right field. Nobody else could get there.
And that's going to do it. Continetti gets one out after the nose bleeding stoppage. And now he's going to come out of the game. And he'll get a round of applause from the Centreville, Virginia crowd. He kept his team in it for a long time. We step aside. This is Reese Beal taking the mound. Parents Ryan and Amanda talked about his family history with baseball. His uncle Damian Beal, a former major league and college baseball umpire. He's still coaching.
Yeah.
He's still umpiring college baseball.
Yes, he is.
But they need Reese Beal now to get a couple of outs, get Centreville, Virginia back to the dugout, down 4 runs here in the 5th. One out with Jace Brown at the plate and a man at first.
I think the idea with taking Cottonetti out was that they kept him under the 65 pitch limit. He would be available if necessary on Tuesday if they're able to string together some runs here in the top of the 6th.
Ball and a strike.
And the nosebleed.
Well, and Cottonetti would bat 3rd in the 6th. So they also need his bat.
Yeah.
You know, they got to make sure that he has his head right for his plate appearance in the 6th inning when they're trying to chase this Irmo, South Carolina team, and they hope it's just a 4-run deficit.
No, I absolutely agree.
2-1 from Beal. Hammered to left, and that's going to be down in the corner, all the way to the wall. Braden Jensen around 3rd. He will score standing up. 3-run inning for South Carolina. RBI double for Jace Brown, his 2nd extra base hit of the regional.
2nd RBI, 2nd extra base hit. Gets a fastball elevated and just spins it down the left field line. Stand-up double. Irmo continues to extend their lead.
Now B.J. Hammonds, who almost hit one out of here his last time up. In fact, he thought so. He went into his home run trot a little too soon. Had to settle for a single.
Gave it a little point to right center to the fans out there.
How good was he on the mound against West Virginia, though? Went 4 1/3 innings. No runs, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts. He was outstanding on the mound.
Came in relief, too.
This one is charged but foul. Product of Crossroads Intermediate School, B.J. Hammonds battling Reese Beal here in the 5th. Caught off the turf by Angelo. That was a missile hit down to the 3rd baseman, John Franco Angulo, for their 2nd out.
And this ball is absolutely blistered. Angulo does not have to move, drops the glove, gets it right before it hits the turf. He's made a couple of nice plays this regional as well.
Colt Beatty will try to get that runner in at 2nd base. Beatty wrapped into a double play in the 3rd inning. Oh, that's going to take a bad hop on Angulo into left field. Stopping at 3rd is Brown. And going to 2nd base is Beatty on the throw. We'll see how they score that, but I think that's going to be a base hit.
Yeah, I'm giving that a hit. I already wrote down single. That ball just ate Angulo up at 3rd base. Tried to get it back on that short spinning hop. Ended up coming up just a little bit higher than he expected.
These grounds are so well manicured, too. I mean, we have not seen many bad hops, if any. Might be the first. Maverick Cox at the plate, 12th man in this order. Maverick Cox 0 for 1 in this game. Made a huge catch in the state title game to protect a 2-run lead, something they're still talking about. Son of April and Taylor, youngest of 2.
Coaches say he's got some sneaky pop. Saw that earlier on a deep fly ball to center field.
Beal had him out in front on that one, 1-2. Again, Centreville is going to need a bunch in the 6th inning. Fettig, Wright, and Continetti due up in the 6th. Struck him out. Last chance for Centreville, Virginia. 5-0 South Carolina. Here we go to the 6th inning. Virginia needs a bunch, down 5. And Jace Brown pitched a masterpiece. A 1-hit shutout. He is going to leave and give it over to Braxton Reichert.
And Jace Brown was really good, able to navigate some walks, but just 1 hit. Saw Reichert a little bit earlier in this tournament, gave up 1 run, a couple of walks, 3 punch outs. Coaches say that he is somebody that they would absolutely go to battle with.
Pitching has carried Irmo Little League throughout this 2026 season. In district and state, they only allowed 3 runs, and walks were the Achilles heel. You mentioned the walks today, but Brown, you know,
navigated,
was able to wiggle out of problems.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said to, all right, you know what, you're not giving up any hits, so those walks can't really score a lot of runs without hits.
Connor Fettig, Colin Wright, Nate Continetti. 8, 9, and 10 in this Virginia order. And it's 3-0 here. Braxton Reichert has a comfortable lead, but he doesn't want to mess around putting people on base. He was the starting pitcher yesterday, struck out 3, lands his first strike here.
Just nice, compact, short leg kick, short backswing on the arm arc.
Ball like 4.
Throwing darts.
Fettig doing what the leadoff man is supposed to do, setting the table.
Second walk of the game for Fettig. You're going to need, with a 5-run deficit, you're going to need some walks, hit by pitches, couple of hits.
It's going to be a tough play, and Luter can't get there. Centreville has had the leadoff man on via the walk in 3 straight innings, but no runs. Colin Wright at the plate. A sacrifice bunt, his only time to the plate in this game. Reichert misses down.
a big double yesterday, and we talked about the gem that he threw on the mound.
Had a 6-inning shutout against North Carolina to send North Carolina home as they won it 1-0 walk-off fashion in 7 innings. 2-1 pitch, could be 2. Step on second for 1, and Cohen Paul starts that double play, and now Centreville down to its last out.
Just another double play. Cohen Paul, ground ball, takes it himself, makes it look easy.
And so Nate Continetti, hopefully he has that bleeding under control from his nose. Trying to keep this Virginia season alive. What a year it has been for the kids from just outside of Washington, D.C. Lost to Tennessee on Thursday into Friday in that game that was halted by rain. Kept their season alive in the losers bracket with the win yesterday over North Carolina. And now they need a miracle here late. Down 5 with 2 outs. Got it. Strike 3 and the ball game is over. Irmo, South Carolina lives to play another day. 5-0 as they get a shutout on the mound from Jace Brown. And they are moving on here in the Southeast Regional.
They got it done. Scored 1 early, added 1, and then a big 3-spot bottom of the 5th. Offense opened it up, and as we talked about, Jace Brown scatters 1 hit. Navigates a couple of walks, got out of some jams, and throws a gem for this Irmo, South Carolina team.
So South Carolina will be playing Sunday at 5 o'clock Eastern time against the winner of our next game. It'll either be Nolensville, Tennessee, or Columbus, Georgia. Columbus, a short car ride from here, so it should be well attended. And we're looking forward to bringing that one your way at 4:30 Eastern time. What a ball game. Move quickly. Some good moments. A 3-run 5th kind of put it away for Irmo, South Carolina. They win it 5-0. So we hope to see you back here in just a little bit. 4:30 is our next game. For Greg Olson, I'm Clay Matvick. We say so long from Warner Robins for now.